Hello and welcome to this lecture series of artificial intelligence. Today we are going to see the search techniques in AI. Okay, now before that, let me ask you this question. What do you mean by search? Have you ever heard of this word search? I think yes. So search is a common terminology that we use in day-to-day life. But what is search in computer science language? Search is basically what we say it is a systematic examination of states to find path from the start state or the root state to a goal state. Okay, now search usually results from the lack of knowledge, that we want something to find out from a pile of something. Okay, so basically search algorithm output is a solution that is a path from initial state to a state that satisfy the goal state. Okay, now why we are saying that we are satisfying a goal state? Because there may be multiple goal nodes. Okay, there may be multiple goal nodes. I will be showing you the example in a short period of time. But there may be multiple goal nodes, and I want to satisfy. If I satisfy even one of them, then I have reached my goal node, right? Now let's take an example like I want to go to a shop. That shop is in a market, and in that market there are various shops that are selling the product that I want to buy. So if I go to even one shop, then I got my product, right? So that is the point. Now that is why we are saying that the search algorithm output is a solution. Okay, that is a path from the initial state to a state that satisfies the goal state. Okay, next we see for a general purpose problem solving, search is basically an approach. Now, in broad sense, some AI researchers say that AI is search. Now, nearly 60 to 70% of everything that is happening in AI and happening due to AI are basically search algorithms only. In somewhat or less, you are basically searching somewhat or something like. Okay, so basically search deals with the finding the nodes that having certain properties in graph that represents the search. Okay, now for example let's take this tree. Okay, this is a search tree. This search tree guides the search for data items given a certain criteria. Okay, now according to this diagram, search start at the root and explores the node looking for a goal node. Okay, now here you can see there are two goal nodes. Goal node means our ultimate output. Okay, now here you can see there are two nodes, just like the example of the shop. Okay, so here N and J are highlighted with green, so they are marked as goal nodes. Okay, now here you can see the search starts from the root. Every time the search starts from the root, and it will go to a certain node based on some criteria. It will select a path based on some criteria. Okay, now for some problems you can see that whether you reach N or whether you reach J, there is no problem. You can reach each one of them, but there are some problems like the minimum cost search or the maximum profit search. So for those kinds of problems, you will have to prioritize one goal node over another goal node. For example, in this example you can see J is having the least depth from the root, and N is having the higher depth from the root. Okay, so if I want you to do minimum cost search on this tree, then you will reach the node J in a very least amount of time, so that will be optimal, right? So that is what I am trying to say to you, that based on some criteria, based on the problem that you are facing, you can model your question or model your algorithm like that. Okay, now we'll see the types of algorithms. So basically there are two types of algorithms. First type is the uninformed search. Second is the informed search. Okay, now what is uninformed search? Uninformed search are also known as the blind search or the brute force search. Okay, now this uninformed search uses no information about the problem to guide the search and therefore may not be very efficient. For example, thus techniques like the BFS, DFS. Okay, so these kinds of searches do not have any prior knowledge about the problem. That let's say I have a pile of 100 elements in an array. Okay, and I want to search particular element in that array, and I do not even know that particular element is there in the array or not. If it is there, then I will have my solution. That is the smarter way, right? But here I do not know if it exists or not. It may be a case that the solution that I want to find in that array is not even there, and I'm still searching and wasting my resources over there. Okay, so that is not very efficient. Now, somewhat efficient from that is called the informed search or the intelligent or the heuristic search. Now in this, uh, this uses the information about the problem to guide the search, and it usually guesses the distance to a goal state, and therefore it is very efficient. Okay, now it has some prior knowledge about the problem, that that particular node is there or not in the array that you are going to search, or if it is present in the first half or the second half or in the quarter half or the later half, or somewhat like that. Okay, so let me ask you this question, that given all of these prior knowledges, can you still tell me that this informed search is the ultimate solution in the search? No. The answer is no. The answer is no, because you may not be, because the information that you are using to guide your search, that may not be up to the mark. Okay, so if that information is not up to the mark, then how will it guide you to reach the goal node, right? So that is why informed searches are also not very efficient. They are dependent upon the prior knowledge, and the prior knowledge may be faulty or may be perfect. Okay, but nothing is perfect, but it may be good, or it may be bad. Okay, so depending upon that, the efficiency of the informed search depends. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you, and stay tuned for upcoming lectures.